by American writer Marianne Williamson, most famously quoted by Nelson Mandela in his inaugural speech in 1994. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of the universe. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so other people won't feel insecure around you. We are born to make manifest the glory of creation within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And so, as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. A ghine úsla, a hismahori, a chéimi agus a cháirde, tá fáilte roimh go léir go dtí an ócáid speisialta seo i Institute Cork School. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this conferring ceremony at the Cork Institute of Technology, Cork School of Music. My name is Nicholas O'Halloran. I am your MC for this conferring ceremony. It is my task to inform you about the conferring ceremony procedures. Now, the ceremony today is available on the web with a link from the main CIT webpage, www.cit.ie/live. So text on now to your family and friends before putting your phone on silent or switching it off. In the interests of safety, please be aware of the nearest exits to you. There are 2 exits, one on either side at the rear of the auditorium, and 2 more on either side of the stage. There are no evacuation drills scheduled for today. However, in the unlikely event of the fire alarm operating, an announcement will be made from the podium, and if an evacuation is called, please walk quickly without pushing or impeding others to the nearest exit. Do not attempt to re-enter the building until advised to do so by the safety response team. Please keep aisles and passageways clear of belongings during the conferrings. And if anyone needs assistance during the ceremony, please let a steward know and we will endeavour to assist. At the commencement of the conferring ceremony, the academic procession will process up to the platform to the accompaniment of Sonata Pianoforte, composed by Giovanni Gabrielli, edited by Philip Jones, and performed by the CIT CSM Brass Ensemble, conducted by Tony Neal. At this point, I will ask you to stand. Please remain standing until the members of the academic procession are seated on the platform. At this point, this is later. You do not need to stand now. We should note use of the future tense there. I will ask you. Again, at the conclusion of this ceremony, I will ask you to stand as the academic procession is leaving. Today's ceremony will be chaired by Mr. Gerard O'Donovan, Head of the Faculty of Business and Humanities. Now, the following is for the conferees. Shortly after the commencement of the conferring ceremony, the President will deliver a short introduction empowering him to make awards. When he has finished that introduction, the conferees, as directed by the stewards, will proceed to the platform. Please stay in the order in which you are seated, as the parchments are in this order. When you approach the platform, please remain at the bottom of the steps until the head of school, Aveen Carney, announces your name. Then proceed up the steps onto the platform to the President to receive your parchment. In the unlikely event that you are given the wrong parchment, please don't panic. Ask Noran to sort this as she sorts everything else out after the conferring ceremony. You will return to your seat down the left aisle. The stewards will show the way. When you return to your seat, please move in along the row as far as you can. Now, safety again, please be careful to watch yourselves on the steps and watch your gown, that it does not get caught in anything. And also be aware of cables on the stage, even though those that are there are taped down. Now, as you can see, the photograph from Barry's Photographic is located to my left. When you arrive to the President to receive your parchment, please pause for a moment. When the President is handing your parchment to you, please look towards the photographer and, of course, smile. Then walk to the left of the platform and down the steps. When each class group has completed its conferring and has returned to its seats, the head of school will ask the entire class to rise to receive their ovation. There will also be some speeches. Now, when the ceremony ends, the academic procession will leave the auditorium, followed by the graduates. At this point, I will also ask you to stand and to remain standing until the entire procession has left the auditorium. Now, this is important. At this stage, all graduates should stay with their class group for the class photo in the Stack Theatre. Please observe the instruction of the stewards and do not leave your group. The photographic session will not take too long. It takes much longer when the groups break up. Our guests will be most welcome to join us at the reception in the main concourse, where our graduates can join them after the group photographs. Individual photographs will also be taken in the Stack Theatre. For family members who wish to be included in photographs, might I suggest they keep an eye on the queue, and please note that photography will also be available after the reception. Before we start, I would ask everyone with a mobile phone to take it out and please ensure it is switched off. Thank you for your attention. The academic procession will shortly enter the auditorium. Please all rise and remain standing until all members of the academic procession are seated. I call on Mr. Gerard O'Donovan, Head of the Faculty of Business and Humanities, to commence this conferring ceremony.
Graduates of CIT, members of governing body, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this meeting at which awards of Cork Institute of Technology will be conferred on the students of this institute. Our guests on the front table are, on my far left, Ms. Aoibhinn Kearney, Head of School. Next to Aoibhinn, Dr. Barry O'Connor, President of CIT. And on my immediate left, Dr. Anya Nihay, Registrar and Vice President of Academic Affairs in CIT. Our guests to the rear of the stage are members of the governing body, distinguished guests, and members of the academic staff at CIT. CIT Cork School of Music has 102 students being conferred here today. A great day of celebration for you, our students, your family and friends, and a proud day for us in CIT that you've achieved this milestone. CIT Cork School of Music continues to grow its student numbers and research activity and delivers approximately 400 performances and events each year in Cork, but many more internationally and nationally by graduates in places as far away as Estonia to New York. It's truly remarkable when you look at what you've achieved individually and collectively here in CSM. During the last academic year, the BA in Theatre and Drama Studies produced two top-class plays, Scenes from the Big Picture and Madame Bovary. The BA in Popular Music musical direction students worked alongside CSM lecturer David Hayes on BBC's St Patrick's Day special featuring Daniel O'Donnell. One of the many superb industry opportunities facilitated by our top-class professional lecturing staff. One of this year's graduating BMUS students, Molly O'Shea, was awarded the second prize and a bursary at the final of the Freemasons Young Musician of the Future competition, as well as the John Valerie Memorial Prize for the best performance by a string player, and the Florian Leonard Fine Instrument Grant, which entitles her to a loan of a violin from the Florian Leonard in London for 1 year. Likewise in CSM is blazing a trail in the world of music composition. Most recently, Kevin Terry, a current MA student in composition, was awarded the National Concert Hall Jerome Hines Composition Prize with an award of a performance of new work which will be premiered at the National Concert Hall in 2020. Kevin was also one of 3 composers shortlisted for the Peter Rosser Composition Award in Belfast. Also, CSM conducting stream is very strong, attracting healthy interest, particularly at Masters level. The CSM has a long and distinguished theory of training orchestral and choral directors or conductors. Next week, CSM hosts the first Irish Sound and Science and Technology Conference, featuring presentations and performances by graduates of the MA, MSc in Music Technology who have successfully established careers as professionals in this sphere. The number of international students has also grown over the years, and a number of them have come here initially as Erasmus students but returned to pursue master's degrees. As a member of the European Association of Conservatoires, the CIT Cork School of Music has 27 Erasmus partners from all across Europe. So you can see our students, staff and graduates continue to be the best in their field here in CSM. CIT Cork School of Music is the artistic community where you have spent the last number of years, each of you growing in skills and maturity, making friends and engaging in musical performances and or dramatic productions. You are now ready for the next chapter of your lives, and along the way you'll discover that the things you learned in your time here in CSM will serve you well, regardless of what direction you ultimately choose for your career. So my top pieces of advice after graduation are as follows. Stay at home as long as you can, you'll save a fortune. Okay. The second thing is to stay connected with your classmates. Some of them will be your lifelong friends, your lifelong partners, your employers, or even your co-collaborators. Embrace lifelong learning. Your journey is just starting. The fourth is stay connected with the CSM staff here. And the fifth and most important is dream big and be proud of who you are. I'd like to thank our own faculty team, academic, technical and administrative, who've helped you on your journey to graduation. And a special thanks to Aoibhinn Kearney, Head of School of CIT Cork School of Music, and the Heads of Department at CSM, Maria Judge, Dr. Gabriella Mayer, Joan Scannell and John O'Connor. So enjoy this memorable day. Be proud of your achievements and the award you will receive today. Your success is our success. So our best wishes to you all for a bright and a wonderful future. Sorry. Now the most important part, the conferring ceremony. I call upon Dr. Barry O'Connor, the President of the Institute, to confer awards on the learners presented by the Institute for that purpose.
Thank you very much, Chair, and I add my welcome to that of Gerald's. And I'd like to welcome, we have a group of colleagues here from the Da Nang University of Economics in Vietnam who are here in the private place. So welcome our colleagues in Vietnam. And it would be certainly remiss of me not to welcome back Dr. Jeff Spratt. As they say, he has not gone away, and for that we are grateful. So we are grateful that he has not gone away. Thanks, Jeff. So let's get down to the formal business for which you guys have worked hard and your parents have paid hard for over the last number of years. So we'll get a bit serious for a while. So we do this in the two official languages, As Gaeilge ar dubh, Saxon Shin, As Béarla. So we begin with what is called the prayer. So bless you all. Har ceann Institute as de harfa in Udrash a hamrig do riti dur alta quaig trí dacht an chailiachtaí agus darbhú chailiachta idirchas agus a lúnt den bhríon gáhíad is dóiag brunim dábhachtaí ar Olimori Institute tá tar éis na caighdeán ar cinneach ag an túdarás sin a bhainteach agus éireann go gurfar na fáilmeoirí sin i láthir chun a bar a bhrunna ortha go funaimiúil. So in the second official language, or maybe it's the first, on behalf of the Institute, and by virtue of the authority delegated to it under Section 53 of the Qualifications and Quality Assurance Education and Training Act of 2012, I hereby confer awards on the learners of the Institute who have achieved the standards determined by the authority for those awards. And I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
I call upon Ms. Aoibhinn Carney, Head of School, to present the candidates from the CIT Cork School of Music.
The CIT Cork School of Music consists of the Department of Keyboard Studies, the Department of Musicianship and Academic Studies, the Department of Orchestral Studies, and the Department of Pop, Jazz, Trad, Voice and Theatre Studies. Awards will be made in respect of the following programmes in the CIT Cork School of Music: Bachelor of Arts Honours in Popular Music, Bachelor of Arts Honours in Theatre and Drama Studies, Bachelor of Music Honours, Master of Arts in Music, Master of Arts in Music and Technology, Master of Science in Music and Technology. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the CIT Cork School of Music and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Popular Music, and I would request you to present their parchment to them. Colin Morris Bozang. Brian Thomas Coleman. Lorraine Patricia Crowley. Emma Jane Daly. Neil Michael Donovan. Brian Thomas Dunley. Stephen Gerard Guiney. Julianne Monica Harrington. Sean Donal Hagerty. Joe Canary. Emer Eileen Kiley. Fiona May Long. Tristan Dara McCarthy. Charles McGrath. Daniel Martin Murphy. Emily Catherine Nocton. Rachel Ann Nolan. Shauna Lee Nolan. Niamh O'Connor. Adam Garrett O'Leary. Sarah Beth O'Malan. Aaron O'Sullivan. Killian Plummer. Claire Ann Regan. Alison Frankie Ronayne. Clelia Rossi Latona. Stephen James Stapleton. Kirsty Diana Guerin Stewart in absentia. Martin Jerome Vallely. Aaron Paul Wills. Would the graduates of the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Popular Music please stand to receive your ovation? President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the CIT Cork School of Music and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Theatre and Drama Studies, and I would request you to present their parchment to them. Kieran Birmingham. Jake Fred Collins. Aoife Bridget Commons. Shane Daniel Corcoran. Amber Catherine Deasy. Claire Louise Denmead. Sinead Mary Donnelly. Saoirse Garrett. Megan Halley. Alex Paul Herlihy. Niall Patrick Holland. Christopher Patrick William Hopcraft. Cian Edmund Hurley. Margaret Eleanor Keating. Maeve Sinead Corpella. Conor Donal O'Boyle. Una Mary O'Brien. Pierce James O'Donoghue. Gavin John Walsh. Jenny White. Would the graduates of the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Theatre and Drama Studies please stand to receive your ovation. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the CIT Cork School of Music and who are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Music Honours, and I would request you to present their parchment to them. James Sean Brocky. Orla Broderick. Quiva K. Brown. Maeve Mercedes Lorna Campbell. Maru Donal Connolly. Kimberly Corrigan. Sarah Daly. Darren William Donohoe. Fiona Falvey. Claire Nicola Fennell. Constance Fisher in absentia. Murren Rachel Hearn. Curtis Raymond Hempel. Ashlyn Joy Jeffers, in absentia. Sarah Ann Keane. David James King. Patrick Sean Lynch. Rachel Maria Masterson. Connor James Nash. Grania Niluasa. Moran Nirahala. Lauren Mary O'Brien. Darren Ann O'Carroll. Pax Donal O'Fuelan. Laura O'Keefe. Molly O'Shea, in absentia. Shiori Okawa, in absentia. Louise Kerry Sullivan, in absentia. Cleana Mary Sunderland. Fina Maisha Vorm, in absentia. Would the graduates of the Award of Bachelor of Music Honours please stand to receive your ovation? President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the CIT Cork School of Music and who are worthy of the award of Master of Arts in Music, and I would request you to present their parchment to them. Aoife Michelle Blake. Hugh Tong Chan. Michael Robert Cummins. Brian Flanagan. Brendan Sean Gard. Thomas Joseph Grace in absentia. Matthew Haddock in absentia. Greg John Lloyd. Emily Long in absentia. Patrick Miles Lucy. Gemma Catherine Magner. David Gerard McElroy in absentia. Orla McHugh. Amanda Jane Neary. Liam James O'Brien. Cian David O'Sullivan. Jennifer O'Sullivan. Would the graduates of the award of Master of Arts in Music please stand to receive your ovation? President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the CIT Cork School of Music and who are worthy of the award of Master of Arts in Music and Technology. And I would request you to present their parchment to them. Paul James Collins. Joseph Alexander Maguire. Killian Garoith Shannon in absentia. Vincenzo Varvara. Would the graduates of the Award of Master of Arts in Music and Technology please stand to receive your ovation? President, I present to you the following candidate who has successfully completed a programme in the CIT Cork School of Music and who is worthy of the award of Master of Science in Music and Technology, and I would request you to present his parchment to him. Fiach Patrick O'Donnell. Would the graduate of the Award of Master of Science in Music and Technology please stand to receive your ovation?
This concludes this part of the meeting for the purpose of conferring awards on the students of our Institute. I call on the President of the Institute, Dr. Barry O'Connor, to address you.
Thank you, Gerard, and thank you, Evine, for keeping the audience under control. I have to say, I've been at a lot of conferences in my time and I've never come across a livelier, more enthusiastic celebration of each student going up, which is really, really important. So well done, and you kept it going till the very end, so fair play, as our colleague in Music and Technology will testify. So well done, because it is a celebration. So I'll just give a few brief words to entertain my colleagues behind more than anything else. See, will they repeat the jokes I had last year? But this is a really very formal occasion, and well, it is. And if you go back to the original intonation or the prayer, the patter, like the degree awarding authority we have it as every third level institution in the country has under the QQI Act. So it's a formal statutory function that we perform to teach, to assess, and then to award degrees. And all I can say is the standard here today was just outstanding in terms of the levels of awards given right across the board. So again, just maybe officially, coming at the end of the ceremony, but you are all very welcome here to the autumn conferrings. This is the first of our conferring ceremonies over the next few weeks above in Bishopstown. And between here and Bishopstown, we'll have well over 2,000 graduates coming out from CIT and CIT CSM and the Crawford College of Art and Design. So, getting your parchments today, you are joining a global community of thousands upon thousands of graduates from our institute, from the School of Music, from the Crawford College of Art and Design, and from the National Maritime College of Ireland. So we have four campuses, and so you're joining that community, and we'll come back to that later on. But now to Chesho, to Gachin Denonso, Gachin Chemi, or Garda, August for Tishmahori, a Horiglif, Tatko Fadelish Laun to Sho, Concredun to Hortiv, as con Par of Runner as an Echt Tadientikov, an Echt on Ashter Tadientikov, August Trace Liamliv, August Trace Liamlim, Macardon so, or Nordan, or Nilenia, Nismorali Enuv. There's nobody prouder here today than our colleagues in the faculty here in the School of Music to see such an outstanding bunch of graduates coming out. Oh, I must say something officially for the video. God, my apologies. Congratulations, class of 2019. No, but there's a pilot project being launched here today where I think there's a video clip of each graduate receiving their apartment, and that'll be available. And we're trialling it here in the School of Music because you're all so photogenic and such great performers. And that'll be available, I think, through the alumni office. But more of that maybe later on when you're talking to the alumni people outside. So as I say, you're joining a great community of okay, I get the hint. You're joining a great community of graduates right across the globe. And, you know, you're talking about cultural leaders, business people, entrepreneurs, people working in the community, on the social care side, right across the board. And I suppose one of the key things about every degree programme we have in CIT, in fact, every programme in CIT, is the relevance of the qualification. As was proven here this morning, you're all great performers, one way or another. But every degree we have is relevant. It's relevant to the needs of society, it's relevant to the needs of industry or the community. And as colleagues here will tell you, whenever a new degree programme is proposed, the first thing we look for is the evidence that there is actually demand for that programme. And that has to come from the stakeholders in the community, or in the cultural community, or in the business community, that there is actually a need for this particular programme. Because we know that resources in third level are pretty scarce. We also realise that resources for the people at the back of the room here are pretty scarce, maybe scarcer now than they were a few years ago, having put a lot through the system here. But we need to take state investment in education seriously, and for that reason, as I say, every time a new programme is proposed, be it in engineering, be it like in the new degree here in musical theatre, we've got to justify that there is actually a requirement for that. Now, on the other side of that then, we've got to make sure that when the degree programme is actually running, and before it's launched, it's up to the highest standard. And again, looking at the level of the awards here this morning, there's no doubt, and no doubt knowing the colleagues here behind on the platform, that the standards here in CSM are world class. There's no doubt about that. Makes it tough going through, makes it tough in terms of the work you guys have had to do for the last number of years, makes it tough on the staff to maintain the standards and stay in touch with what's happening in the outside world, in the cultural community, globally. But it's worth it all in the end, I'm sure you'll agree there. I guess in terms of our student base right across the Institute, we continue to excel and win national, international and global awards, be it in engineering, be it in culinary, be it here in music. And just to reference a couple of examples here, Aoife Blake here, who graduated this morning with the Masters. Aoife was just recently accompanying our Registrar Anya Hay to the UNESCO World Learning Cities Conference in Colombia, and again was accompanied the Lord Mayor, President of UCC, Anya representing CIT, and the head of the ETB, and did an outstanding job as an ambassador for us, as an ambassador for the School of Music, as an ambassador for Cork. And again, going back to International Women's Day, Aoife, just to mention Aoife as an example, along with our traditional music lecturer, Ciara O'Leary Fitzpatrick, performed for Michael D. Higgins on Tuachtarán in Arson Oaktrine. So we are reaching the heights nationally and internationally. In terms of other famous alumni, we have Chris Wally, who won the Olivier Award for his Best Actor in a supporting role for his role in the Lieutenant of Inishmore, Governor Scale, Inishmore. And he is also known, as you know, as he's the bold Jock Murphy in The Offender. So, we're reaching the highest standards of cultural endeavour through our graduates here. And I have to mention in terms of graduates, particularly from the Conservatoire point of view, Kevin Jansen, who you'd all know and respect. Kevin won the 2019 RDS Music Bursary, which was worth €15,000 to him, the single largest annual classical music award in Ireland. And he will be doing a professional engagement with the National Symphony Orchestra and also with the Irish Heritage in London. And he will also be performing with Mairead Hickey and Ed Creedon, two other graduates of the School of Music, with Barry Douglas, who was also involved with us here as an adjunct lecturer, and Camerata Ireland in the National Concert Hall in Dublin in November. So, this, as I say, recognises nationally and internationally the highest standards to which you have been trained here. But having said all that, we put the information in front of you and the theory and so on. The other people who have actually picked up the skills and have developed outstanding skills yourselves. So we are very, very proud of you this morning and looking forward to following each and every one of you as you go out into the world. I guess as a policy, as I say, within the Institute, we follow the most rigorous quality assurance standards. And again, as you know, we mentioned the development of a programme, that it must be relevant, it must be the highest academic standard. And every 5 years we go through the same process. For each degree, every programme is evaluated to see, is it still relevant? What changes can be made in light of what might be happening outside in the outside world? And what improvements we could make, improvements in the standards, improvements in the relevance. And out of that, for example, we have now the new degree, musical theatre degree, which just started last September. The first level 8 degree of its kind in the country. And again, driven by our good friend John O'Connor and colleagues. It is now the 6th degree award we have here within the School of Music. And I guess that is, outstanding, really. There is no other institute in the country that actually delivers such an award and to such a high level. And it does speak to the huge tradition of music in Cork and the huge contribution that the School of Music here has made to the cultural and social life of Cork City, as I'm sure everybody will attest to. And as you would probably know, the Cork School of Music is the oldest municipal school of music in the British Isles. And that's before and after Brexit. So maybe just to drive on a little bit and just to give you a small bit of context in terms of the Institute and our project to be designated as a university in terms of a technological university. And we're doing that in conjunction with our colleagues in the Institute of Technology in Tralee. I suppose from a musical point of view, they would have a very strong connection with Coltus in the Tralee Institute. But the game has moved on in terms of the third level sector here. Like we had the universities, the traditional universities, then we had the two NIHEs being Limerick and Dublin, which then became DCU and UL. And now we've now set up a new sector called the Technological University sector. And in terms of regional development, if you look at it, this time last year there were 4 universities in Dublin and 3 in the rest of the country. UCC, UL and NUIG. Now 12 months later there are 6 universities in Dublin and still 3 in the rest of the country. Or there are 6 universities in Dublin and 1 in Cork. So this is why we have to drive on, and the government have put money on the table in terms of they've just recently put €90 million on the table over 3 years to develop technological universities. And at the minute, surprise, surprise, there is only one technological university on the pitch, and that is TU Dublin, which is the combination of DIT and the Institute of Technology in Tala and Blanchardstown. So we're driving on with that to try and get these additional resources. Some people use the word university status. I wouldn't use that word. I'd use university designation because it's a fact. Year degrees here, or engineering degrees, or accounting degrees, or business degrees are as you said earlier, they're well above university standard. And it's something that's the designation we're after, but more especially we're after the resources that will follow it. And so that's what we're working on in terms of the MTU. And within the MTU, people might ask, where is the School of Music? And again, if you can go back to, we do a lot of talking about STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths. And then in recent years, they're talking about STEAM, where arts is put into that, science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics. And again, CIT, through the School of Music, through the Crawford, for years, have been well ahead of the posse in terms of that whole combination of what art and music will bring to the technological and the business side of the house, that whole innovation, the whole creativity, the whole amazing energy that you folks have displayed here this morning. So within that, obviously we're totally committed to driving on and developing the School of Music, and that includes the junior school and the conservatory model. As I say, within that though, we're not letting up on the fact that the Department of Education, I'm not too sure there are any politicians in the room this morning, but the Department of Education must stand up at some stage though and properly support and resource conservatory music in Ireland, and starting here in Union Quay with the School of Music. So it's going to be a vital part of what we do in terms of the Technology University as it is today as part of CIT. So maybe I'll let it at that. I mean, again, I would suggest to you and hope through our alumni office, through LinkedIn, through contact with faculty members here and the people sitting around about you this morning, stay in touch with your colleagues, with your graduates, particularly stay in touch with the faculty members here. And, you know, it's important for us, and I go back to the relevance of our degree programs. When you're out there, whether it's whatever genre of music you're involved in, or theatre, or arranging, or composing, or producing, or whatever, you know, keep in touch with us and make sure that our programs stay relevant in terms of the next generation of CSM graduates that are coming out. Also stay in touch with us, particularly when you make your first million, and make a donation back here to CIT and to the School of Music. And, you know, we will find some part of the house to name in your memory. But seriously, I don't mean my house, I mean the School of Music here. But all I can say is that you're a fantastic group of graduates. I will say it again, the liveliest, most enthusiastic group of graduates I've seen in a long time. And so well done to you all. Tres Liam de Barish, Tres Liam de McCartan, so Arnardon, a Chorg live Tatko Fadal, so Agus na came the art Kaidan of Winchevmach. This is a day of celebration, and we're just delighted to be part of it. And, you know, as Erling just said, I'm not being too flippant about it, thank you for flying with CIT and the School of Music. You know, it's a fantastic day for celebration. Thanks again to our colleagues and particular staff members who've retired. I know we mentioned Jeff, and Jeff retired for about 20 years at this stage. But seriously, congratulations and thank you very much to Eleanor Malone and to Karen O'Halloran, who have recently retired from the School of Music, for their fantastic contribution over the years. You're lucky here in the School of Music to be part of a fantastic community where students are put first and second and third. You are why we're in the business. And as I say, the proudest people here, I'm sure you're proud, your parents are proud, and as I say, also relieved. Proudest people here in the room, I can guarantee you, are my colleagues here on the platform. So listen, go out, enjoy the day, and you know, keep in touch is really important. And we have a small reception outside, but in terms of photographs and all that, but really it is important that the people you're sitting next to now in 10, 20, 30 years' time will still be the people that you're dealing with in the industry, you know. So stay in touch with us, stay in touch with your colleagues, and be supportive of each other. As I say, Asquailga is a ska Kayla of Aramid. We live in each other's shadow, we depend on each other, you know. And particularly I think on the music side of the house, you know, you could be maybe going along a lonesome road sometimes, but there are many other people on the same road. So stay in touch, support each other, support us, and we will continue to support you. So got a mil mahagav as been gitana basan.
Thank you, President. Before concluding, I would like to thank the Conferring organising team who've ensured the ceremony ran so smoothly and effectively. And just to remind people that CIT Open Days take place on Thursday the 7th of November in the National Maritime College of Ireland, and on Friday the 15th of November in the Bishopstown campus, and in the CIT Crawford College of Art and Design and the CIT Cork School of Music on Saturday the 16th of November. I invite you all for some refreshments in the ground floor concourse. Graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the meeting for the purpose of conferring awards on the students of our institute. My best wishes and my thanks to you all.
Please all rise and remain standing until all members of the academic procession and our cohort of new graduates have departed the auditorium. Thank you.